Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. My, what fun times we live in. How's everybody doing? Weather's pretty lousy right now. Got drizzly fog, I guess. Mostly fog. And going to have some more rain showers this afternoon. Although it looked like most of the heavy stuff's going to be north of me. So that's good. Um, Alrighty, let's see who all's here with us today. We have Dave Clemens. It says Happy Tuesday, Dave. Thumbs up. 34 headed to 44 in Pleasant. What happened to magnificent and fantastic Brooklyn? Now it's just Pleasant. Good to see you, Dave. Here he is again on the Facebooks. He got all the bases covered there. Thank you, Dave. Dwayne on Facebook says, good morning to all. Happy Tuesday. -3 going to +7 or 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Cornwall, Ontario, thumbs up. Thank you, Dwayne. Appreciate it. We got a few thumbs up going on over there. Larry Gall, good morning, coffee drinkers. 68 degrees going to 87. Tomorrow I may hit 90. Yeah, enjoy your spring. I've already had my hair on so far this year. I try to put it off, but man, just can't do it. And you can't open the windows because of all the dang pollen. So there's Joanne again, or Dwayne. He's over there on the YouTubes. Troy Pritchard's in the house. Good morning, everybody. Thumbs up. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you, Troy. Hope you're doing well. Steve Gronsky says, good morning. Terrific Tuesday. 58 degrees going up to 65. Thumbs up. Yep. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. There's my old buddy Janet. Says, good morning, Indiana, to go to shelter in place at midnight. Craziness. Yeah, there's a lot of states. I think Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Georgia. I don't know when it goes into effect. I didn't pay that close attention because I'm not going anywhere anyway. But I think it's midnight tonight or something like that. Or maybe it was midnight last night. I don't know. Anyhow, yeah, fun times. Fun times. LB Sharp says, morning all. Let's see here. Here's Kevin Ells. How you doing, Kevin? Good to see you on here. Hope you're doing well over there in South Africa. I think is where you're at. I hope you don't have some of this craziness going on like we do here. Paul Stewart's in the house. How you doing, Paul? George H. Rothfuss is here. Good morning, George. How are you? Ryan Ballard, how you doing this morning, Ryan? Good to see you. Good to see you. Ryan, if you're in the stay-at-home mode and going to be available, I may send you a link right after I sign off here. If that's cool with you. Wilson Rubottom says, good morning, everyone. Thumbs up. Let's see here. George says, Michigan got its order yesterday. Just about all things stop and shelter in place. Yeah. Well, apparently, from what they say, it's working because, the line is starting to flatten out, which is good. So, I know it's not a lot of fun, but we got to do what we got to do to get through this. We're all in this together. Earl Walker's in the house. Says, morning, everyone. 37 degrees going up to 48. Nice day. Thumbs up. Thank you, Earl. Appreciate it. Landis Stute says, good morning. It's great to be home after 2 weeks in the hospital with my son. Hope everything's going well, Landis. Glad that you're back home. Bill Hoppin says, good morning, Dave and everyone. Good to see you, Bill. Brian Rockwell. I don't know why I had trouble saying that. Brian Rockwell. Good morning, Brian. Good to see you on here. There's Johnny. Um, he says, morning all. Good to see you, Johnny. There's Mary Mallory. Hope you're doing well in little old Danville, Mary. Um, Grant Clark. Good morning. Snowing here in Nova Scotia. Okay, we just get pollen. We don't get no snow. Well, sometimes we do. But Mike Reynolds says, "Good morning, Dave and company. Happy Tuesday. Thumbs up. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it." Barry Curtis, good wet Tuesday to all. Yeah. It's wet here. Going to be even wetter here in a little bit. Dave says Michigan started at midnight last night. Yeah. Jim Jones in the house. Good morning, sir. Are you still in operation pounding out those split face, Jim, or are you having to shut down and shelter in place? Let's see, Kevin says from Thursday midnight, South Africa on lockdown for at least 21 days. Okay, so it is over there too. All right. Well, stay safe, Kevin. Janet says, I thought I was too old to get grounded. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, we had. Okay, thanks, Ryan. I'll send you one here in just a little bit then. Johnny says, born and now on the shop PC. Good. That means you're in your shop. Excellent. Gary Hammett says, good morning. Jim Senecola. Good morning, Jim. Got back home just in time to get quarantined in your shop. Charles Steed says, good morning, Dave and everyone. Charles, you take care because I think them storms are supposed to be up your way from what I saw on the weather thing this morning. So they said possible spin up tornadoes and also be safe up there. Troy Pritchard says, good morning, Jim. There's Dwayne says, good morning, Janet. There we go. Morning, Dwayne. All right, we've all let's see who I missed here. There you go. Taking advantage of the time at home to work on our Gatton. Yeah, doesn't get any better than that. I'm telling you. Here's old Hitch Hamilton. Says, good morning, everybody. Good to see you, Hitch. There's Ted. Says, good morning from Michigan. How you doing, Ted? Good to see you on here on the coffee sessions. There's Dean. Says, morning, boys. Woke up to a snowstorm whiteout. Consider us an essential business for infrastructure, so still pounding out the block. Well, I kind of figured you would be, because I would think split face, especially, is essential. Anyway, yeah, man, I had some fun yesterday. Let me tell you all about it. I had to go to the UPS store. First time I've been out amongst the general population in a few days. And it was a lot different than it was the last time I was out. I get out, load my shipments on my little hand truck, and I go wheeling into the UPS store. And immediately before you ever even get in the door, they have these on all the stores over there in that shopping center, whatever you call it. They all have these little letters taped to the door that's, the CDC guidelines telling people that they're restricted to, like UPS said, they're only allowed 8 customers in the store. So anybody after that, they'll tell them to go wait outside. You have to stand, when you come up to stand in line to wait for somebody to wait on you, you have to stay 6 feet apart. All the people at the UPS stores wearing the gloves. they weren't wearing any masks, but there was some customers in there I saw that were wearing masks. And see, I was just there a few days ago, so none of that was going on like that. So that, that's kind of gives you a little, I don't know, you start getting a little paranoid, I guess, or something. I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, okay, Dave, do not touch your face. Don't touch your face. Go home, wash your hands. Don't touch your face. So, and then it just so happened that, it was kind of rainy. I went down there during a break in the rain, but it was still sprinkling a little bit. And I go to flip on my wipers on the truck, and they go, and I see big flaps of rubber. So my wipers decided to, my wiper blades decided to give up the ghost right then. So I thought, well, let me run down to, AutoZone is right, or not AutoZone, Advanced Auto. I have one of those right down the road. So I went down there, and I go walking in there, and it's the same thing. They had the sign on the door. They had like these big plastic containers with the lids that they get their parts shipped in, I guess. They had several of those stacked in front of the counter and in a tape thing so that you couldn't get within so close to the counter. And the dude's wearing gloves and stuff. and after seeing that at the UPS and then going down there, I'm like, holy cow, has there been some cases reported here in McDonough that I don't know about? So again, I'm thinking, all right, Dave, get your damn wiper blades and don't touch your face. So I get and the guy even put them on for me. I guess it's because he didn't want to get close enough to hand them to me. He says, oh, here, I'll put these on for you. And I'm like, okay, great. So he went out there and he put them on for me. And I drove home and washed my hands. So, and this is really a weird time, to be in Georgia and have the corona thing going around, because I've had like a tickle in my throat and stuff for a while, but it's from the dang pollen. You got so much pollen, and people, it's not uncommon to see people out cutting their grass before the corona thing, riding their lawnmowers with masks and, all bundled up because of the pollen. But now it's like, it's just crazy. So, but I'm pretty sure mine is just from the pollen. I'm still, washing the pollen down with my coffee. So anyhow, yeah, it's a little funny. I think I'm pretty good right now. I don't really have to go anywhere, and I think, in fact, I don't really have to go to the UPS store. I just like going down there. It's the way I've always done my business with them. But I may, if I have to ship anything UPS, I may, I got scales and stuff here, so even though it might cost me more, because I get discounts and stuff when I take it down there, frequent customer discounts and senior discounts and stuff like that. So even though it might cost me more, I will probably, at least for the short term, just schedule a UPS pickup and set it out there on the porch. We'll have to see. Just play it safe. And plus they're, pretty much making everybody stay home now. So, yeah, Jim says crazy. You clear your throat and get death stares. I know. You're standing somewhere like me, and I this pollen stuff, and I get tickle in my throat, and and everybody's like, get out of here, you leper. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We're gonna get through this. Ain't nothing but a thing. We'll get through it. I do see why folks are taking it seriously, though, because one, even though you don't get it and don't or if you do get it, you have like mild symptoms, or maybe you don't have any symptoms at all. You're out running around and infecting everybody else, and it's not good for, it's not good for us old folks. you know, I think somebody explained it pretty good the other day. I saw on Facebook. They said, somebody was saying, well, it's only like 3% of them die, or have a rough time with it. And they said, well, yeah, but what if somebody gave you 100 M&Ms and said, 97 of them are good, but the other three are going to kill you. Go ahead and eat all you want. Yeah, I probably wouldn't eat any of them. So I get it, uh, and I'm a homebody anyway, so it's not a big stress for me to to shelter in place or whatever you call it. They keep changing the name. It was social distancing, and then it was self quarantine, and now it's shelter in place. Keep coming up with new names for that stuff. Mary Mallory says UPS has an online discount code also. Okay. I'll have to check that. I've got a UPS account. I just don't do it. I've always run my stuff down there. And I think probably the reason I've always gone down there is because a lot of the things I ship are heavy, wooden crates and stuff like that. I mean, they're within their limits, but they're heavy. And so it's easier for me to wheel them down there, check them in, and then let them put them in the back of their store. Then they're out of my way. So, yeah. Bob Sims is here from the UK. How you doing, Bob? Hope everything's going okay over there across the pond. Dwayne says Dave Gatton Army is in Cornwall, Ontario. Going to be in the grocery store, so you can't buy out all the food or the toilet paper. Yeah. That's another thing that's just kind of I don't know. I guess a little depressing. When you see, you take somebody that's really rational like me, and it's like all I want to do is go get my regular groceries. Let me buy what I need, and then because I've always bought enough, try to buy enough stuff to last me 3 or 4 weeks simply because I hate to go to the grocery store. So, I just try to buy enough to make it last that long, and then I'll go again. But now I don't even want to go in the grocery store because there's nothing there. I had that last bunch of stuff delivered, and they I got food, so I'm not complaining. But there wasn't hardly anything I ordered. They had to substitute stuff because they didn't have what I wanted. And now I'm kind of depressed because I ordered a bread maker on Amazon, and I'm so excited to get that bread maker. It's coming Thursday, unless something happens and they shut somebody down. But yeah, it's supposed to be here Thursday. But so now I'm like, okay, well now I got to get the stuff you need to do it. I've got some stuff. I got flour and sugar and salt and stuff like that. But you go to look up the bread yeast. What do they call it? I think there's a brand called Fleischmann's active yeast or something that you need. Can't buy it anywhere. It's all sold out. So apparently everybody else had the same idea I did. Well, yeah, the grocery stores can't get anything but the crappy bread. I'll just buy a bread maker and make my own. But everybody beat me to it. So I guess I'll just keep watching bread making videos, which I've watched a ton of. I got a recipe wrote down right here where I was watching one the other day. But yeah. You may start seeing me have some freshly baked bread on the coffee sessions in the near future if I can never get any yeast. Janet says, that's because I might have missed something here. That's because they don't want to use the term martial law. Yeah. Says, yes, I went out early to Dollar General to get toilet paper. Truck was there with deliveries. I am set now with food and essentials. That's awesome. Good, good. I got an email I might have told y'all this already. I got an email the other day from Publix. And like I said, Publix is the only grocery store I've shopped at since I've lived here because it's right down the road. It's like 0.8 miles from my house. And I'm just, there's no other grocery store close. All the Kroger's and everything else is farther away over by the interstate where all the traffic is. So I don't like to go over there. But anyhow, I got an email from them and it said that they were going to start doing, I think it was like from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. where it's seniors only, but it was 65 and over. And I'm thinking, oh, great, I'm going to be 64 next month. So I don't even qualify for that. I still get to go fight with the idiots to get my stuff. So, and then Kroger, I've seen, I think it's going on now. They have a thing, and I think it's the same 7, 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. And theirs are 60 and over. So I guess I could go to Kroger, but I just don't want to go out. Now that they're saying, well, it's getting so bad, we're going to make people stay home. Now's not when I want to go in the grocery store. But it makes me mad that because of the hoarders, you can't even order it online. They just don't have it. So I'll get by with what I got. I probably, there's probably stuff in there that's in my cabinets that I hadn't even thought about. This because I'm not a big cook, but I can if I have to. So, yeah. Ryan says you'll love the bread maker. Nothing like fresh bread. Yeah, I had a good friend of mine that several years ago, he invited me over to his house, and he had got a bread maker and was getting into it, making this stuff. He goes, here, check this out. And he opened it up, and it's like, well, as soon as you walk in his house, it's like, oh, man, it smells like a bakery in here. And yeah, it was delicious. So, and those things have been around a long time. I don't know why I've never got one before now, but yeah. Bill says, make beer bread, no yeast necessary. Hey, you know what? I think I've got a beer or two in the fridge. Yeah. I like the way you think, Bill Hoffman. I will look up some, what I'm going to be doing this afternoon? I'm going to be watching some beer bread videos on YouTube. Right. I don't know if I should take this as a compliment or not. He says, Dave, you got enough gray. They won't card you. Yeah, I suppose. But, I'm a law abiding citizen. I don't want to, I would feel like one of those dumb butts that go over there and when they're, not supposed to. I follow the rules. If they say 65 and over, I'm sorry. I'm not old enough. Dean says you're 64. Well, I'm not yet. I will be. I'm about that close to 64. But yeah, I'm really 20 with 44 years experience is what I like to say. But Dean says you can't make beer bread in a bread maker. I don't know about that. I will find out though, because I'm sure if it can be done, somebody on YouTube's done it. Says Dave may be eating beer bread during the coffee session. Possibly, you never know. Kind of waiting for the news story of a person getting robbed of their TP stockpile for sale by a street gang. that also likes to prey on good people. What would that be, karma, or am I a little triggered? Yeah. Yeah, if it's somebody that went out and bought a whole bunch of it and then they're advertising it on Craigslist, they probably deserve to get robbed. Troy says you can buy yeast on Amazon. Yeah, if they have it. That's what I'm saying. You can't find stuff on Amazon anymore because the hoarders have bought all of it up. So Ray says he's waiting on the 4th. You're going to be 64 on the 4th. Yeah, mine's not too much longer after that. Ray's got probably the best idea. Drink the beer, forget the bread. Yeah. Only problem is I think there's like one beer in there. I'm not a drinker much these days. That beer's probably been in there for months. So Walmart senior is 60, but they only have senior day on Tuesday, first hour before. Yeah, you must be new here because I am not a Walmart shopper. I haven't been in a Walmart in years. Won't go in. Sorry. Times have to get a lot harder than what they are right now before I go in a Walmart. That's for sure. George says, I am one of those who make their own bread. It is a very satisfying event. I just do not like the 3-hour wait. Now, when you say you make it, George, are you using a bread machine or are you doing it the old-fashioned way? Because I was talking on Facebook. It's kind of funny because, it was Doug. You know Doug, right? He posted a picture of some freshly baked bread, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. What kind of bread machine you got? Because I hadn't bought one yet, and I wanted, recommendations. He posted back, and he goes, no, he goes, this is the old-fashioned way. And then everybody else, when I said I wanted a bread machine, they're like, oh, you just make it you don't need a bread machine. I'm like, I like automation. I want to just get it all ready, pop it in there, and then me go do something else. And plus all these videos I've been watching, they said there's nothing better because, they have like 13 or 15 hour timers on them. So you can like set it up at night and it's kind of like your coffee maker. You get up in the morning and your house smells like a bakery. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So anywho, looky here, Becca Miller's in the house. How you doing, Becca? Made it for the first time this morning. Well, I hope you will come back often. We're here every morning at 9 o'clock, every weekday morning, I should say, on Facebook and on YouTube. But it's not on my regular YouTube channel, Becca. It's on a separate YouTube channel called, get this, the Dave Gatton Coffee Sessions. So feel free to go subscribe if you'd like, and you will get notifications, and you can come in anytime you want. We're happy to have you. Okay, George says he uses a machine. Okay, yeah, I think that's the way to go. I think that's the way to go. Just and I love automation. I'm a CNC guy, So I like simple, throw it in there, hit the button, and it do the stuff. Becca says, if I'm awake, yeah. Yeah, well, let's see. 9 o'clock my time would be what, 8 your time, I think? Yeah, well, it's called the coffee sessions for a reason, Becca. We get up, and you don't even have to, you can stay in your pajamas if you want to. We don't care. Half these people out here may be in their pajamas. And you can only see me from here up. You don't know what I'm wearing. I might be in my pajamas. Although I don't wear them, but anyhow. Alrighty, well, that was my little sound. I hope everybody keeps their chin up. Stay, what do you call it? self-quarantine, social distancing, shelter in place, whatever term you want to use these days. Stay safe. Don't spread no cooties, and wash your dadgum hands. That's going to do it, folks. Y'all have a good Tuesday, and we will see y'all tomorrow.